Welcome, this is 3.5, solving linear systems of inequalities. This is a little bit different than what you've been doing. The only way to solve an inequality is to actually rewrite it as an equality and get it graphed. So we've done that before in graphing these, so we have plus 2y equals 2. Now we find our x-intercept, plug that up as though it's got a 0 on it. Y is 0, then x equals 2. Now if x is 0, then y would equal 1, because 2 times 1 is 2. Now we do it on the other side as well, just to get this line ready to go. Cover that up as though it's 0. Negative x, well, first we need to write it as an equality. Okay, negative x equals 4. So x would have to be a negative 4, so that it's a negative negative to make it positive 4. Cover this one up, y would have to equal 4. Okay, so now we go to our graphs. This should be a review from a previous unit, so make sure if it is not that you go look over that unit. So we are graphing this inequality, and we go here, it's at negative 4, 0. So we go negative 4, 0. 0, 4. It is a solid line because it's got the equals underneath. Here's my ruler. Now we need to check to see which side we're going to shade. So I'm going to plug in 0, 0. If I plug in 0, 0, 0 is less than or equal to 4. That is true. It's below the line, so I think I'm going to shade below the line. I just grab one more point just to make sure. So this one came out true. I think I'll be shading this way. Why don't we grab 1, 1? Negative 1 plus 1, that would be 0. That would be less than 4. So both of these have come out true, and they're below the line. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shade to this side of the line. Now I just do a few lines, just in case I make a mistake, then it's easy to correct that shading. I do want to extend my arrow tip, showing that this goes on and on forever. Now I go to my other line, and I say, okay, I need to decide which way to shade this one. First I'll put in the line 2, 0. So I go over to 2, 0, 0, 1, and then I use my ruler on that. Okay, now I've got to plug in a few points here. Let's go to the 0, 0 side again. If this is 0 and this is 0, is 0 greater than 2? 0, 0, 0 is not greater than 2, so it would be false. So we aren't going to shade to the bottom side of the line, because it's down here on the bottom side. We're going to shade to the top side. Now, if any of you have caught this error, I did make an error there. That is greater than 2, not equal to, so it should be a dashed line. If you use my whiteboards, this is a nice way that you can just correct it. You just erase part of that line. So it's false down below, so I shade to the upper side. Now, when you get done with that much, you need to decide, okay, what are the solutions to this system? It's not just solutions to each line, it's to the whole system. In finding that, you can look at the graph and see where it's got double shading. that shows you over in here, these points are a solution to this line and to this line. So let's choose a point out there. Let's choose 10, 0. Let's check it and make sure. 10 plus 0 is greater than 2. Negative 10 plus 0 is less than or equal to 4. So now you can see that does work. It is a solution. Any points that you choose in this double shaded area where it's got the purple and the brown, that's going to be a solution. So I do ask you, after you get done and find the solution area, just come back in and kind of darken that area so that it's obvious on a test or quiz, this is the darkened region. You really have to look at where your lines are. Another thing, make sure that you don't choose a point on this line, because that is not part of the solution of that equation. You could choose a point on this line, but not on the dashed line. Okay. Now, what if you have parallel lines? There's a couple of different scenarios. If the lines are parallel and the shading goes away from each of the lines, then you would say that this is, any guesses? I hope you would say no solution. Because you do not have, no solution. Because you do not have anywhere that they're overlapping. Now on this one, I went ahead and gave you the equations. If you're asked what the solution is, well, the solution would be this brown line. Anything x plus y greater than negative 1, anything in that solution set is a part of the solution. This line is not the solution because it doesn't have double shading back here beside it. So only once it goes over that brown line. Okay? So the solution is out here, just above that line. Now here's another scenario that could happen. Your parallel lines could be shading in the opposite direction, so then you would darken right in between them, and you would say the solution's between the lines. Those are the three different things that could happen on a parallel system. Thank you very much.